Raptors, The Athletic. Lauri, obviously I know this is your first year with the Caps, but JB getting the extension yesterday, what does it mean to you to see a coach that has like believed in you guys and built what you guys have here in Cleveland to get that extension?
Oh, I mean, it's awesome. Actually, I saw it on just somebody texted me, and I'm just really happy for him, and it means a lot. And I think just the direction that we're heading, just showing the confidence in him being our leader, and so that's awesome.
What stands out to you about the way that he coaches you guys and I guess relates to you guys and leads the team?
Yeah, I mean, communication is key, and he's done a great job, him and the whole staff. And I think everybody's coming in with a good mindset, and we can talk stuff out, and we believe in each other. And I think that's what he's been pushing with us. And I mean, he obviously wants everybody to succeed, and so he's been a great leader for us.
And then tonight, obviously with the Raptors being down a lot of guys, but you guys also being down, how do you guys approach this stretch and just kind of this next man up mentality, but really just like hang your hat on how you guys play and fight through these games?
Yeah, obviously we do the necessary stuff. Then we try to not get COVID and not getting hit by it, and we try to do everything that we can, but you can't control everything. And like you said, we've had the next man up mindset the whole year, and I think that's what we're gonna have to do it in the future as well. Just guys coming up from G League, and they're coming in ready to play, and we weren't happy with the energy that we brought at the beginning of the game, but just knowing that our team can pick it up and just bring up the intensity, and kind of the gates open up after that. And it just shows you how everybody is coming in ready to play. If it might not be someone's night, certain game, and that happens in an 82 game season. So knowing that your teammates have your back and they're ready to play too and pick you up, and that's a great feeling.
Was that like a conversation you guys had at the end of the first quarter to be like, hey, we gotta
yeah, I mean,
different
we always hang our head on defense, and I think 34 points in a quarter, I think that's what they had in the first. And yeah, and so I think that's just too much, and we kind of picked up the intensity, and they were in the 20s, low 20s after that. So I think that's the main thing. We just got to have the energy and get dirty on the defensive end, and everything else takes care of itself.
Tim Beal at Cleveland.com. Lauri, I know you got a handful of guys in the protocols. Are you and Kevin obviously being in it before? Have any of the guys like reached out to you as far as like, how you kind of handle what you were going through and, ramping up to get back? I mean, how much you kind of like coaching them through kind of the end of the protocols?
Yeah, I mean, we were the first to go through it, me and Kevin. And so even if they're not asking, I think we're trying to do our best to help them. And I feel like it's the same I mean, what I've been hearing from other guys, they've had the same kind of ramping up issues that we had, kind of like how it feels in the beginning, and it gets better and better. And so we try to help those guys who are going through it right now. And luckily they've been pretty healthy from it. So we just gotta hope that keeps going. And but just try to tell them that it gets easier.
No, you talked about the next man up mentality. I know you guys are focused on just one game at a time. Is there a part of you guys where you're thinking that you guys just gotta kind of hold it down till reinforcements kind of start to come?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we can't control what's going to happen, and we can't look too much ahead. We got to go day by day and go. We got to bring 110% every night, and like I talked about, we got to do the full 48. We didn't do it the first quarter this time, but just it helps. We hope to get our guys back as soon as possible, and but I think, like I said, everybody's been ready to play, and we go day by day.
Matt Robinson, 93 The Fan. Lauri, when it comes to night, it seems like whoever's in the lineup, it's still giving you that same Cavaliers tough basketball. What does it say about this team and this locker room where somebody like Justin Anderson can come in, who's on a 10-day contract, and lead the team in minutes.
Yeah, I mean, we all know what he can do as a player, but I think the big thing for us being just high character guys, and we have a great thing going on in the locker room. Everybody wants to see everybody else succeed, and so we're lucky to be in this position that we got such a great thing going on and off the court, and like we've talked about our style of basketball, we compete hard and we play unselfish basketball, and as long as you do something else for someone else, you can't be wrong. So I think it's never easy to come in a new building, a new team, but I think all the guys have been doing a great job, and we're trying to help them as much as we can.
Thank you.
Darius, obviously, JB as announced yesterday, got the extension. What does that mean to you to see the coach that has led you guys through this, through these last couple of years to where you guys are now, get recognition, that kind of recognition?
I mean, he deserves it. He really changed his whole culture around. I mean, he's really just doing his job, holding us accountable, having good game plans, switching the game plans in game. I mean, he does everything. So, I mean, he deserves it. We all love him. We all have his back. So, I mean, we're super excited about it.
When you think about when you first got here to now, how has that relationship with him grown over these past couple of years, and just kind of where that is now?
Yeah, it's grown a lot. My first year, he was always in my ear about everything's gonna get better. So I just stuck with it. Kept talking to him and JJ Outlaw, and I mean, it's getting better. So I mean, he's like a father figure to all of us. You can always just go talk to him, even if it's not about basketball. And that's the one thing that I really love about him. He's super cool off the court, easy to talk to, and like I said, we all love him.
How does that aspect help build a trust on the court then when you have that, off the court relationship?
Yeah, like it's just super easy, like coming into games, and if you have a question or if you want to talk to him about something, he's gonna keep it 100 with you. I mean, he's gonna keep it real with you all the time, and that's the one thing that I really appreciate from him. He's always gonna be honest with you, and it's super cool because, like I said, it's just super easy just to go talk to someone like that. Like we're with each other all the time, so if that's the one person you have to go talk to, I mean, 1,000 times I'm gonna go talk to JB.
Darius, obviously, playing just one game in the last 8 days, did you guys sense that there was, a little bit of rust you kind of had to knock off in the first quarter before you kind of picked it up in those final three?
I think it was just not being on the floor with each other for like the last couple of days. It was kind of weird in the first half, but in the second half, I think the second quarter, we really got going. We started making shots, and defensively, we just started getting stops. We started getting back to our defensive principles, and that's when we just expanded the lead, really.
I know you guys, what's going on with COVID-wise with you guys is not much different from like all the other teams in the NBA. How have you guys, just dealt with it, knowing that every day there's probably some anxiety testing, knowing that, if you get the wrong result, you're probably out for about 2 weeks. But that's been a little anxious for you guys as players?
Yeah, I believe so. It's just like, you never know. You could be sitting next to somebody on the bench, and next day they pop up positive, and I mean, just kind of worried. So, I mean, it's hitting everybody though. It's not just us. But like I tell Kelsey all the time, it's always the next up mentality, like next man up. So everybody stepped up tonight, and we got the win. That's all that matters.
You guys that are there right now kind of feel the pressure to hold down the fort a little bit so you get, more guys back? Because I know there's a bunch of guys that can, their 10 days are up by the end of the month.
Yeah. Like I said, next man mentality. Denzel came in, Justin, Kevin Pangos. I mean, our whole bench came in and did really well tonight. And that's what we always talk about, just being ready to play. So that's what they did, and came up big for us tonight.
Well, Matt Robinson, 92 through the fan. Darius, you mentioned some of the bench guys, with all these different 10-day contract players coming in. What does it say about your team that, these guys are able to come in and they still play that same Cavs brand of basketball?
Everybody just bought in. Everybody wants to win. So, I mean, if you have winners on your team, we're going to go out there and compete all the time. And that's what we have on our roster right now. And that's what we're doing.
Thank you.
On Zoom, so G. There you go. All right, Marla.
Marla.
Marla right
Where you
now.
been, Marla?
Darius, great to see you. I've missed you. Sorry, it's Browns are keeping me busy, but I want to go back to JB one minute. When he talked about this before the game, he put all this back on you guys, like credited you for the buying in, to his message and all. That's got to be so him, like turning it around and taking it off of him. Does he do that all the time?
Yeah, that's just the kind of guy he is. But he's the head of the snake for us. He's the head coach. He does all the scouting and everything like that. So, I mean, we put it on him. He's a great coach. I mean, he's just very comfortable with all his players. And like I said just a couple minutes ago, like he's a father figure. You can always talk to him about anything other than basketball as well. So, I mean, it's just fun having him around.
And I know you're relatively young, but his communication skills, do you think they're special?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, even without talking about basketball, we could talk about music or anything really. It's just super cool having him around. I mean, JB, he's a special guy. It's not a lot of people like this in the league, I think, in my opinion. I mean, I've only been around him, but I mean, it's just super cool being around him. Super excited he got the extension. Hopefully get some more wins so he can stay more longer.